Thanks Bespoke Post for sponsoring this video.
When you have a YouTube channel, sometimes your audience gives some crazy ideas. This one was suggested 100% by you. Is it gonna be good? There's only one way to find out. And if you have more crazy ideas that you want me to give it a try, make sure you put it in the comments below that it just might make it into a video. So now I say it's enough talking, and without further ado, this is your idea and let's make it happen.
And these are the steaks we're gonna be using for today's experiment. There are two beautiful choice grade bone-in ribeyes, and as you can see, they are 1.5 inches thick. Thicker steak is always better. And here's the star of the show. These are seasoning cubes. We all have seen them and used them. They are incredible for many different things. However, today we're going to be using it for something that you, my subscribers, have suggested, and that is to dry age this in 24 hours. Now I have quite a bit of concern with doing this experiment. That's because these things are concentrated. It packs a huge amount of flavor, so I'm just hoping that it's not going to overwhelm the steak. If you take a look at the back of the packaging, you'll see the ingredients. The very first one is salt, but the second one, monosodium glutamate, also known as MSG. So I know that this is going to make my steak better. If you know Chef Marco Pierre, he swears by this method. And the first thing I gotta do is to crumble all of them up. My goal is to try to cover the entire steak with it, and hopefully this is going to work like a charm. Now since I have two steaks, this is going to be perfect for a comparison. One of them I'm going to be cooking my regular way, which is something that we like to call the Guga steak, and that one needs to be dry brined with salt first. That's just a fancy word to say put salt on it and let it rest on your refrigerator overnight. At least for me, this is the best way to get salt seasoning throughout the entire steak. But now going back to our experimental steak. So after scraping up the board with all of the seasoning cubes, I tried to apply it directly into the steak. But as you can see, this is not working whatsoever. It needs some type of moisture in order to be spreadable. So my solution was to add a little bit of water. Not too much, just enough to make it a paste. And as you can see, doing this actually worked. It is much easier to work with now. I'm able to spread this thing throughout the entire steak. The edges are a lot harder than it looks. It doesn't stick as well. The bottom of the steak will get no coverage. I have no idea if that's going to be a good thing or a bad one. But hey, we're going to find out real shortly, because the only thing left to do now is to let it rest on my refrigerator for 24 hours. As that was happening, it was perfect because it allowed me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish to go along with it. And I'm talking about shepherd's pie. You can do this with ground beef, but it's not going to be called shepherd's pie. For that, you need lamb. Oh yes. So into a skillet, I threw it in and started to cook it. My whole goal is to get it nice and caramelized. To season it, I threw in a good amount of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Mix everything well and try to break up any lumps, because the next thing to add is some onions followed by carrots. Mix everything together and combine all of these ingredients. And of course, we cannot forget about some garlic. Throw that in and mix everything together, because the next thing to do is to add some tomato paste. This will not only produce incredible flavor, but it's also gonna help create more fond. You see, that's the brown spot getting stuck in the pan right here. That is flavor, and don't let it burn. To deglaze it, I like to do it with red wine. Throw it in and mix it so that nothing gets burned. I like to repeat the process until all of my wine is completely gone. Oh yes, I used a full bottle. As you can see, I left nothing stuck on the pan, because the next thing to do is to add some chicken stock. Then you want to let it simmer until everything is fully reduced, and use this time to break any other lumps you might have. Keep it under medium heat. Once the reduction is done, it's time to add in some Worcestershire sauce. At least to me, this gives an incredible flavor to it, so do not skip this step. As the next thing to do is to throw in some herbs. I'm using thyme and rosemary, and of course a little bit more of freshly ground black pepper. Mix it all together because your meat is now ready. So into a baking dish it went, and as you can see, it turned out fantastic. But hey, we are not done yet, as we still need a little bit of mashed potatoes to go right on top. So after my potatoes have been fully boiled, I threw in some butter followed by cream cheese, and for some extra flavor, some Parmesan cheese. As it's still hot, I smashed everything together. Now you can already tell that this is extremely dry, so I went ahead and added a little bit of heavy cream. We want this thing to be extra creamy, and heavy cream is gonna do the job. So once I was done mixing everything together, I was left with an incredibly tasty mashed potato. All there's left to do now is to put it on top of the meat. Making some peaks like this is definitely recommended. You see, as you bake these little pieces will get a nice crunch, and that is a plus on my book. Talking about that, I threw it into my broiling setting for 7 minutes. That will do the job perfectly. Once the time is up, I took it out and look, exactly what I was looking for. To finish it up, I threw in some clarified butter right on top and a tiny bit of parsley. Now this is truly special, and if you've never had shepherd's pie, F.Y.I, try this recipe. I highly recommend. I have a feeling you will thank me later. Now that this delicious side dish is done, it's time to get back to our steaks. And after 24 hours, this is what I was left with. Take a look at this. As expected, the bone is nice and red, but overall it still looked quite similar when it went into the refrigerator. The biggest thing I noticed the most was some moisture on the bottom of it, but my curiosity was what was underneath, so I immediately started by removing the crust. And take a look at this. Oh man, what is that? I don't know about you, but it does not look quite appetizing to me. The smell is also kind of funky. I can't distinguish if I like it or hate it, but hey, here we are. So I went ahead and tried to remove all of it out, because once I was done, this is what I was left with. Now that is something you do not see every day. Obviously the meat completely changed color. This is not looking that great. For comparison, take a look at this one. That's our control steak. As expected, the salt penetrated nicely and deeply into the meat. And notice where the fat is, it did not penetrate. That's because salt does not penetrate fat. When I put them side by side, take a look, because the only thing left to do now is to add a good amount of seasoning on them. So for that, I added freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder, nothing else. But most importantly, notice that I did not add any salt into the experimental steak. I have a feeling that it's gonna have a good amount of salt already. Talking about that, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. I'm first gonna be putting a nice sear. Then I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, for that I'll be using my wireless thermometers. So now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook these beautiful steaks. So let's do it.
Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Bespoke. Bespoke is a monthly membership club delivering amazing boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. Every month they introduce members to cool new products based on a preference quiz. And every box has at least $70 worth of retail value, but it only costs you $45. Let me show you some of the cool items I've got recently. Ready for a weekend trip? I got my weekender bag. Once I get to my destination, I am ready to chill with my retreat box. Now look at this awesome hammock where I can get cozy with my waterproof blanket. And of course, I gotta chill with my cooler and bottle opener ready to go. Now I can chill and dream of my taco dinner that I will be making with this awesome HO box. Check it out, it includes a DIY hot sauce kit, a taco rack, and my favorite, an artisan-made molcajete. Ooh, for guacamole on this is gonna be fire. Preview your box before it's shipped. You will get a box assigned to you at the start of each month based on your preferences. And before it's shipped, you will get a preview of what's to come inside to decide if you like to, number 1, keep it, number 2, swap it for a different box, or number 3, skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want. You can also cancel your subscription at any time. To get 20% off your first box, go to the link on the description and enter the code GUGA20 at checkout. Thank you, Bespoke, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful steaks, and y'all take a look at this crust. Huh? That's what I'm talking about.
It looks like a nice soul experiment.
Exactly. We got a good one. This is a good one. I'll be honest, it's not my experiment. It is the subscribers' experiment. So if you have anything to say, you got to say it to them, not to me.
So I get to take it out on them instead of you?
Yes, exactly. You don't roast me, because sometimes you roast me. Today you can tell them if their experiment is a good idea, bad idea, or a terrible idea.
So if it's bad, I can say...
No cursing allowed, bro. Treat them with respect. Come on.
Oh, I can't say that.
You just have to say it very nicely. It's not that great.
I can't do it.
You can't do it? You can't be nice?
I can't be nice. So
No,
if
you
it's
have to be
bad, I
nice.
have to say, that was very bad.
Enough talking. I want to find out how good it is. Yes? Sounds like a plan?
Let's do
All
it.
right, let's go for it. So we got 1 and 2. All I want to know is if it's good, bad, or ugly. That's all I want to know. Sounds good? All right, let's go for this one here first. Perfect medium rare. Oh, that's tender. Oh, you you stole my side, bro. That's tender, boy. Yeah, I'll get another one. You got to look at it. This thing is so tender. I only got the cap, everybody. All
I'll put it
right. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go for the cap because that's what I got, and I'll try the cap in both.
Oh, it was
them.
destiny?
Yes, it was meant to be.
It was
Everybody.
meant to be.
And by the
Okay.
way, we do have a shepherd's pie here. I'll give you a little bit of this. Oh my God, everybody, take a look at that. Come on, everybody. Come
Put the
on.
pie on the plate.
Put the pie on the plate. Little bit of shepherd's pie for me as well. Look at that, everybody. That
Did
is
you-
delicious.
Did you make this one with lamb this time? Because last time
Absolutely.
you made it with regular ground beef and...
Yes, this one 100% lamb, so nobody roasts
Yeah,
me.
these guys went and they roasted you all right.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, enough talking. Very first steak. Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Oh, that's nice.
That is so delicious.
That's our Guga steak here.
That is correct. That is our Guga steak. Give me a pound right there. That's what I'm talking about, everybody. Nice, delicious, a little bit of chocolatey flavor. The most important thing about this steak is that it's seasoned all the way through. You know what I'm saying?
It's seasoned beautifully.
The season penetrates deeply whenever you're using the dry bright technique, everybody. I'm telling you, do it so we can clean out our pat. Oh, you keep going, Angel. Oh man, you're not playing around. You really liked it.
Haven't had steak in a while.
they think we have steak every day. You know, you already know.
I guess it's been like a few minutes. I don't know.
There's not much to be said about this steak. It was delicious, but I'm excited to try this
No,
one.
no,
Are you
no,
ready?
no, no.
What do you mean? No.
We must cleanse the palate.
Oh, cleanse the palate.
Cleanse it. Cleanse the palate like
All
a
right,
man.
with a shepherd's pie made out of lamb. Enough talking, everybody. Let's try the shepherd's pie. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll let you say it.
Amazing.
It is amazing, everybody. It's so delicious. The carrots brings in a little bit of sweetness to the dish, and the lamb is just phenomenal.
It's very savory. And I love it. It's super good. That shepherd pie is good, bro.
That was absolutely delicious. Highly recommend the shepherd's pie. That makes an entire meal out of 2 steaks. Now it's a meal with a shepherd's pie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you got some mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
You got some good stuff.
All right, let's go for the next one right now. All right, I'm gonna grab this one here. And since I tried the cap on the previous one, I'll go for the cap once again. All right, everybody, your suggestion. You ready for it?
I don't know, man.
Let's
never
find
know.
out right now.
I never know.
All right, we're gonna find out. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh, that's salty.
There's a lot of salt, and believe it or not, I put no salt.
No way.
No salt at all. I was afraid that was gonna happen. It's salty, but it's not bad.
It tastes very Latin. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like,
That one was a fail. Again, yes, very Latin, everybody. That was funny, bro. That was funny.
it's got a lot of like
Adobo, some stuff.
adobo. Is it adobo?
You know those little beef cubes?
Yeah.
I aged it in that for only 24 hours. And let me tell you something, everybody. It penetrated deeply into the meat. I tell you that right now. What do you think, Angel?
I think it's salty as hell, bro. I think I need some water.
I know, right? Eat some mashed potato. Oh, and it's starting to rain right now.
I
Sorry
might
for the
just
audio.
go like this.
We're gonna wrap up this video because it is raining, everybody, and the audio is gonna start interfering. I'll tell you one thing, like Angel said, it tastes wonderful, but at the same time, very powerful.
Yeah, it's really strong. Maybe 24 hours you said you did it?
Yeah.
Maybe 12
I think
hours?
I think it's better if you basically just create a very light paste and you put it on top and then you cook the steak, because like this is way too overpowering. There's a lot left in there, and it penetrated the meat.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's salty, but it's also everything else. Like,
Yeah, it's good.
it's got a lot of spices that you could taste.
If you think that this steak is bad, it's not
No.
bad whatsoever. It's just extremely salty.
It's got a lot of flavor and it's got a lot of salt.
Yeah.
Well,
And by the way, a lot of MSG as well.
oh, Uncle Raja.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of flavors, and you could even say it's so many different spices
Yeah.
that it kind of throws you off. You don't really know what's in there.
I still feel it in my mouth. And it went down a while back. Do I recommend this one? No, I don't, everybody. But at the same time, I think it would be nice for you to make a paste. Doing it like this is way too overpowering, and it's not the best thing to do. It's too salty.
It is very salty.
Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything's always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And let me know, what suggestion do you have next? Because nothing is out of the table.
Not even moths.
Not even a moth.
Wow, not even a moth.
There you go.
Wow.
Nothing's out of the table because we got to give it a try to see what works and what doesn't. This works, but it's too powerful. You got to put a lot less. See you on the next one. Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
And thanks for the suggestion. It was okay.
Not bad.
It was not bad.
A lot better than Nutella steak.
At least I don't have to curse you out.
There you go.
Love you guys.
See you guys on the next
See you
one.
next
Take care,
time.
buddy. Bye-bye.